We don't have audio, so we can't really hear what's going on.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate. Also because of it's a bit difficult to see Juvento's life counter. So it's a little bit hard to judge from that as well. But I believe he was on 4 life before the turn happened. So currently we are 1-0 in Joseph's favor. And so this is a best of 3 finals, as all of the Bushiroad Championship Series finals have been. So moving forward, actually, for Buddy Fight, one of the new exciting things that I heard about is that there's going to be Team League for Buddy Fight in the coming year, or well, this year actually.
Yeah, I'm really glad you mentioned it because I think I don't think we have done Team League before, and I think everyone is very excited about Team League. It's not the traditional kind of tournaments that we've done before, so it's gonna. I feel like it's gonna bring friends closer together. So it's not just depending on your win; you're gonna have to depend on 2 of your friends as well. And one of the rules is that you can't use the same flag.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to have different. So you can't have 3 Thunder Empire on one side and 3 Chaos on the other side.
Exactly.
Yeah. So maybe you have 1 Thunder Empire, 1 Chaos, and 1 of your liking, maybe Hero World or Levantine.
Yeah, just like we've seen today. But I think that's a very good thing because it's something that I know some people have been wondering, like, what if? Because I think just because there hasn't been a Team League before, people weren't too sure if it would actually happen. But just the consideration of a Team League for Buddy Fight is definitely very interesting. It's the same for the other, for White Schwartz as well. So it's definitely quite awesome to see. And like I'm quite looking forward to it myself as well.
I have to agree. I'm really looking forward to the Team League as well because it's my first time going to be watching Team League, and so far we have received a lot of good feedbacks about our decision to organize the Team League.
Yeah. No, it's definitely. I think it's definitely going to be quite an interesting thing to see, especially for a game like Buddy Fight, because like now it is overall a faster game usually compared to some of the other Bushiroad titles, but it's going to be interesting to see how that functions in a team league. Yeah, exactly, in the team format as well. So now both players are just
shuffling the deck, getting ready for the second round. This is a best of 3.
Yeah, so they did have access to their sideboards, which is also one of the important things. So earlier we saw Juvento was just confirming that he still had 10 cards in his sideboard, just to make sure there's no mistakes. So yeah, now we'll be slowly heading into game 2 of the grand final. So right now Joseph is looking pretty solid. So for now Juvento is going to be fighting an uphill battle.
Now we know Joseph is not going to deck himself out so easily because he has all these awesome clients putting back cards into his deck.
Yeah. I assume that there seems to be some kind of...
Yeah, I think some shuffling problems. Maybe.
Okay. Maybe it's for the sake of sleeves breaking or something along those lines, but... I think in worst case scenarios, also it's possible to just ask the judge to shuffle their decks as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, in case they wish to request that, I think that's always possible.
We have a dedicated judge for the finals, so no worries about that.
Yeah, there's always a judge in the streaming room as well, so that's definitely not an issue. So it's going to be interesting to see how this next game does just go over, because... Yeah, like for Joseph right now, he's in a comfortable spot. Like honestly, he can take the back seat, but not too much. He can't get too relaxed, otherwise he's gonna get the rug swept out from under him. But honestly, like now Juvento is the one who's gonna be getting extra nervous because, yeah, it's not looking super good, but it's not the end of the world because there's still 2 more games left. So both players are beginning.
So we're gonna see who's gonna be going first.
Yep. Oh, and it looks like it is Juvento.
Thunder Empire is going first.
He does have the set spell that he could drop down. Nope, he will equip
an item.
Yes.
And you really want to equip an item that's not from Dragon World so that you get the extra world name on your field, so you get extra advantage when you use cards like Fighter's Oath.
Yep, definitely. And he calls out the globes. So already buddy calling this early into the game. Let's see.
For this item, it's really good against Chaos as well, although it doesn't really matter on the first turn because this card actually gives Penetrate, if I'm not wrong, to an item or a monster.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need against Chaos. Because to get through 2 centers, if you're hitting them with Penetrate, it's a lot more threatening than just sitting back and just taking hits all the time.
And Penetrate works even if the Gear God on the center uses Chaos Drain. It doesn't matter because it gets penetrated and you still take the damage anyway.
Yeah. So it's definitely quite a solid first turn for Juvento. Let's see, he still has some options left in his hand to consider.
See, the power from the Empire is that you can get gauge quite easily. He started off with 1 gauge, and now he has
all the way up to
4
5.
gauge, 5 gauge.
Yep. So it's definitely not something that the deck struggles with, and I think that's one of the strong feats of it too. So it's definitely, even though they do start with a slight handicap, it's not exactly the biggest handicap either.
Now he chooses to get another item.
Yep. Joseph just confirming the card. Alright, seems that the...
So he decided that this card is more important than the item that he has right now.
Yep. Alright.
Zem7.
And he'll be swinging for 2 damage, on the first attack, so leaving Joseph with 8, and I believe we will be starting Joseph's first turn. Okay, here we go. So let's see, there's still quite a few choices that he can make.
He's going to charge and draw.
Yeah, it also depends how he opens up, because obviously, there seems to be a similar starting hand to what he had in the last game as well.
The beauty of Chaos Aberrant allows you to mute yourself 2 cards and draw a card when it's put from the field into the drop zone. And at the same time, because he called a Rising Flare, he gets to draw 2 cards if he actually mute 3 monsters from his deck. Which I think he did, if I'm not wrong.
I believe he did, yes.
Did he? I don't think he did. I think he just milled. Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't get. He had 1 spell, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. I think they confirmed the drop zone.
He had a launch.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So he didn't manage to get draw a card, but it was good risk take.
All right. So let's see how he decides to proceed. Oh, he calls out the Ibuki.
And destroys Zem7.
Yep, so now the center is right open. Let's see, how is Juvento gonna answer this?
But he has a black sandcastle, I think 2.
That's true. But you chose not to use it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoa. And he has no Gear God to protect.
Yeah, that's true. This is gonna be quite big. You can also see the Miseria in the drop zone of Juvento. So there's that option gone now as well. So in case he does fall behind really hard, it's going to be a lot harder for him to come back just like that too.
This is the power of the Roaring Wave. 2 gauge, destroys 3 monsters, get to draw 3 cards.
Yeah, so now not only did he essentially stop everything that Joseph was throwing at him, he also managed to get some advantage of his own and start, to get the ball rolling as well.
But in case we missed out, Joseph actually used population reduction once again to destroy one of his own monsters in order to get the most out of what he can do.
Yeah.
And he drew 2 cards himself.
The Bats is here.
The Bats is here.
This could be a very solid turn for Juvento.
And I think I saw there's quite a variety of world names.
Yep.
And now Joseph is checking Juventus drop zone as well to make sure how many crit he's gonna be taking.
Yeah. Because this is going to be quite a lot, and he just concedes
he knew he had nothing in his hand.
He just had to look at the drop zone, and if you don't have an answer to that, there's nothing much you can do. That was a very fast game too. Juvento looking good right now.
I kind of have to comment on Joseph's decision-making power as well, because when you're in the finals, you kind of want to let everything play out instead of just scooping your cards.
Yeah, that's true. But I think for these players, they don't want to get too caught up in the games right now because they still have another game to play. They don't want to rest too much, have their mind stress over this current game. So they just want to go right into game 3, the one and only decision maker. So this is actually a pretty amazing finals. The fact that we get a game 3.
So game 3 right now.
At 1-1.
1-1, yeah.
Juvento just... Wow, that was just...
The moment he saw Bas, he went to his drop zone, see how many different card names.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could see a little smile on his face at that time as well, because that's just you just know then and there that you can close it out. If Joseph doesn't have an answer, then that's it. So it seems that they're not accessing their sideboard this time, so I guess they're just staying with their decisions from the last game. So yeah, but I think even if they did cite in anything, especially for Joseph's case, one of the things is that because the game ended so fast, you wouldn't really be able to see the effects of that sideboard, whether they paid off or not.
I know, you're kind of still testing out your sideboard cards you just put in.
Yeah, so seeing if that decision was actually effective in the first place or not. So let's see.
So right now it's Joseph's turn to go first. Daryl Barrack, he buddy called, gain 1 life.
Yep. And let's see how he's going to proceed here. Still making his mind up. He's going to mill those 2 and add the 1 to the hand. Can't really see what it is.
I think he took Rising Flare.
Yeah, I think so too.
In order to get more draws. Ideally, you want to cast Rising Flare when you have when your opponent has monsters on the field, but when you really need a draw, you just kind of have to call it.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Alright, so let's see how Joseph is going to take on this turn. Is he still going? He's gone through all of his gauge so far.
Right now he has a Ruler of Chaos, Gear God 7 on his center. This is one of the more reliable Gear God because you can call a monster during each player's attack phase for free.
Yeah, so not just his own. That's definitely quite the offensive kind of push that you can do even on your opponent's turn, and that way, like, it's really, it adds to your stability overall, and just overall a very good thing for Joseph at this current state as well. So I think both players are extremely nervous right now because
I would be too.
Yeah, I think Joseph probably did relax a little. He's like, I got the first game.
Yeah.
It's looking good, and then suddenly it just
bots came out
just out of nowhere, and he's just like, what do I do now? So now he really needs to concentrate all that he can to try and, you know, just take this game. But it's not much easier for Juvento either. So we're returning to his turn. And let's see what he decides to do.
Oh, and here he goes again. So 3 monsters gonna be destroyed.
Yep. This time he does have the Chaos, or rather the Gear God on the field. Let's see.
And I think he cast Machining Sacrifice.
Yep.
I think. Yeah. Did he?
I believe so.
Yeah.
So he's going to check the top 3. You can see both players are definitely quite nervous, but, you know, it's definitely understandable because this is it. After all, after this game, we will know the world champion for the 2017 BCS of buddyfight.
Buddy Call Globes. Right now, Gear God doesn't have any other monsters on his field, so he can't do any Chaos Drain. So it's gonna be bounced back to hand.
Ooh, yeah, that's quite unfortunate. Now it really depends what answers Joseph has, because honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised if this kind of situation led to what we just saw in Game 2. Because right now, at the pace that Juvento is going at, it's definitely looking quite likely.
Oh dear! The bot is here.
Oh, this
gonna
might be
as well.
trouble.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We have a 4.
So 4
we
plus 2, you have 6. 6. Oh, and the game is set.
Juvento takes it simply just like that.
Just by calling bots.
Just by calling bots. That just goes to show how amazing of a card it really is. So, congratulations to Juvento, but also to Joseph Reyes, because they honestly showed us a really great final. It was amazing. We could go to game